Hello, this is Mentor Sabrina, and in this video I will show you how to use some standard Python libraries or modules, as they're called. Now, libraries of code, or in Python they're modules because it's just one file. Libraries of code is code that someone already wrote, a collection of code that someone already wrote and then released it for others to use. So in terms of the libraries I'm going to show you in this video, which include the random library and the time library, those are standard modules for Python. To use these libraries in Python Mini and in Python in general, there's two ways for you to do this. The first is to import the whole library, which you do by writing import and then the name of the library. The other way is to do from the name of the library, import, and then a specific function that's within that library. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm only going to show you the first one. But notice that if you've ever used turtles in Python Mini, we import them by using from turtle import turtle. It's the same idea for just about every library. So we're going to import random, and then we're going to import time. Now, you don't have to write all your imports right at the beginning of your file, but it helps if you do, because then you'll always be able to go right back and see what libraries you're importing and know that you have them. Okay? So to use the random library, if we want to randomly generate an integer, I'm only going to show you two ways. To randomly generate an integer, also, if I haven't said this in other videos, the hashtag symbol, #, tic-tac-toe sign, whatever you want to call it, shift and then 3. If you put that at the start of a line in your code, that makes it a comment. Comments are for your own view. It's for you to look at your code and know what it's doing. It's actually not necessary for your code to run. So if I want to randomly generate an integer in the range 1 to 99, I write a variable name equals random.randint, and here I put the smallest number followed by the largest number. And then I'm going to print it. And now when I hit run, every time I hit run, you see it prints out a different number. I can change this 99 to 150, for example, and now you'll see that eventually I get a number that's over 100. You can play around with that and see what other random numbers you can generate. Now, if we want to randomly generate a float, now a float is a number that has a decimal point. Okay? If you have a decimal point, if you want 2.45, that's a float. And let's say we want it in range 0 to 100. Then we could write x2 equals random.random. And here I'm going to multiply it by the last number I want it to be. And then I'm going to write a print statement for it. And you see that it printed out the number with the decimal point. Now, if I want to format this, so I only want to see the first 3 digits after the decimal point, I will write x2 equals %.03f. And what this is this is saying I want the first 3 decimal points, the first 3 decimal points of a float. And then instead of a comma, I'll have a % here, and then I have x2. When I hit run, see how it randomly generated 7.042. It actually randomly generated a number that has a lot more digits than that, but I had it cut down and get rid of every number after the third one. This does not round it at all. It just drops all the other numbers. In the next video, I'll show you how to use the time library.